I heard that there was a cattle. His name was Wagyu. And he did many different amazing things. And they said, we got a name.
Wait, you talking about Goo? Oh, yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just joking. That's that Wagyu.
From down the street, Goo?
You need to make more of him, you know?
Hey, from now on, it's Goo.
It's Goo, you feel me?
We honor him.
Honor Goo, homie. That's that Goo.
We started dancing and love brought us into a groove as soon as we started to move. Welcome, little mamas and Gentiles alike, to another phenomenal episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove whatever the fuck it is you want to talk about.
Whatever you got going on, we'll agree with you.
We're open, baby. Send us an email. Send a voicemail. Talk nasty to us.
It don't mean nothing to us.
Actually, don't talk nasty to us, so that is getting...
We've had a few people talking nasty to us as of late, and it is becoming troubling for everybody.
I'll say one note, call us with your pants on.
You gotta keep your pants on. That's a good way to do it. If you dial the number, you put your pants on, and then you do whatever you got to do afterwards. Mm-hmm. That's not for us to police, but while you talk to us, you keep your pants on.
Please.
Please.
This man is a father. I could be.
Any day now. We check the news every day.
Yeah, I check my hidden message requests.
Hello, David. I've been thinking about this.
Okay.
This is something that's been weighing on my heart heavy lately. And Kel, feel free to jump in at any point in this.
Yes,
You're not.
please.
I don't want you to feel blocked off from this. I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna say a little bit of a bold statement. I think if your children come out uglier than you, it's because you got a bad spirit.
Ooh.
Whoa. Wow. That's deep.
Man, I'm trying to think of people that I've seen that happen to, because that seems like a difficult life to be, especially if your parents are like known for being fine. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then you are kind of busted.
Yeah,
well, that's like,
and yeah, I want to be clear. I don't think this is like you're within like a few points of where your parents are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your mama fine, you ain't quite as fine. That's y'all are playing the same game.
Right.
I'm saying when it's like the baddest person on the planet and they got this little goblin with them.
Little goblin.
That's your spirit transferring into
person had an ugly attitude.
Right.
Yes,
that
ugly,
then made a baby.
But
made
you know what?
Baby.
Here's my worry about that theory. Mm-hmm. On the flip, I seen some very pretty kids go to some very undeserving parents.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
I know
with bad spirits that make.
Yeah, I know
babies.
A couple bad dudes who has some beautiful children.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like it's complicated, but I like that.
Yeah.
So it's usually you're saying if you're okay, your kids are just gonna kind of.
I think your kids will look like you and be within some bell curve of where you're at, and I think that's beautiful.
I like it when people's kids look like them and they have their move. I was walking down the street the other day and I saw this like light-skinned dude walking too fast with his fist clenched.
Yeah.
And he was like mad skinny and like with his chest out, and both his daughters were walking like that. And I was like, that's beautiful. I love
got
that.
The kids working out.
Oh man.
You know
When it's just like, you're like, that comes from that.
Yeah.
Or when you see like a whole block-headed ass family and you're like, man, that's good.
That good posture.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. That's all you want. That's all you want, right? It's just like,
I got a good spirit. All my kids are beautiful.
There you go.
Ain't that nice?
There you go. There you
Ain't
go.
that nice? You didn't have to flinch.
You know what I'm saying?
And we're all handsome men. That means we come from beautiful people. This is good spirits in here.
Good on the outside and on the inside.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Because some people could be good on the outside and the inside, they just horrible.
No, a lot of people get by doing that.
Yeah.
Get by real well doing
Being
that.
fake. No. Be good on both Inside and outside.
Our guest today not only is good on the inside and the outside, but makes good babies that reflect exactly that. A goddamn comedy legend. We're so excited he's here. God damn it, all that. Kenan and Kel. Fucking good burger. The list goes on and on and on. We're such big fans of his, and we're so happy he's here. Give it up for Kel Mitchell.
Come on, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
How did all of this trouble begin?
Living in America.
It's louder on the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a little quiet in here.
Okay.
And we're sorry we scared you. Okay.
I was like, what's that?
No, it's embarrassing to us a lot of times. I swear to God, it usually works. This never happened
to the. Kel, we're pumped you're here. You came to us with a conspiracy theory that I didn't personally experience. I don't know where you fall.
I did not, but I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, you said that my mama told me.
The magic and wonders of tallow grease.
Tallow grease.
Tell us everything you know.
I will tell you. So it's like fat from meat.
Yeah.
Like rendered?
Yeah, like, when you leave it out and you get that thick, like creamy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The top.
Gelatinous.
Right. So that is like scraped off and you leave it in a can, right? And
do you keep scraping it?
Scrape it. And it just stay there and it's just this big, nasty meat fat glob. And kids get sick. When we got sick, that got rubbed on us.
Whoa.
Rubbed on us like vapor rub. And you would rub that on you and you would instantly feel better.
It was like a meat Vicks.
It's a meat Vicks.
Meat Vicks.
You don't need vapor rub. You don't need Vicks rub. You just have that. And it's healing.
If y'all were worried about it, yes, Meat Vicks will be the name of the episode.
Let's go.
I have no doubt in my mind that that's the correct choice for everybody here.
Here's my first question about
Let's go.
it. Do you mix meats? Or are different meats for different ailments?
Oh, that's interesting.
All meats are created equal in this situation.
Okay,
you're all good. The meat that makes the most fat. You know what I mean? And because I just remember it being so clumpy. You know what I mean? Like this white clumpy. But then when you rub it on, you smell like, you were in a barbecue or, you know what I'm saying?
The last 3 Sunday dinners.
Yeah, you were just eating turkey all day. But that's a lot better smell than Vicks.
I guess.
You know what I mean? But you were very greasy. I was going to say that.
Did you wash it off?
Very greasy. Very greasy. No, okay, so you would go to bed with this. So, like, I would go to mom, feel a little, get that tallow out of there. Go and get that tallow. That's what it would be said.
Oh,
go and get that tallow.
Yeah.
Okay? So you
we
go.
knew you were in character.
Go and get that tallow.
I didn't think you had a stroke or nothing.
So you go and get that tallow. And then you wipe it. You wiping it on your neck, on your chest, and then you have to tie your pajamas up real tight so that it.
Oh, so you get the grease on your pajamas.
Marinate like you in a sauna type of vibe, and then get under the covers because they know running around after that. Just get under there and you just let that meat smell. Just do what it do.
Wow.
But like if you look it up, because it's for real thing. Like it's for real. Like it really helps people. It's Googleable. I didn't know it was Googleable.
Did you? Now, when you were growing up, was this like common amongst everybody, or was this like a family thing specifically?
Family, grandma, everybody. For me, I just knew it was in my family. You know what I mean? But then it's other black. Everybody does it, and even different races, just not black. You know what I mean? Because I found that out.
No,
recently.
I met some Germans who smell like meat.
Yeah, okay. And they do it, put this on, and hey, man, it's on.
And it's unpopular. So all I needed is externally, in order to be healing my insides.
Yeah, if you're coughing, any type, your nose, sinuses, all that type of stuff like that, it'll help. Yeah, any type of flu ailments, it would definitely help.
What about physical, like a sprained wrist?
A sprained wrist, like rubbing it on for a sprained wrist? We never did that. But because I called my mom.
They weren't unreasonable.
Yeah.
Now you're just being silly.
I'm sorry. I asked to learn.
This was just
I asked to learn.
This beef fat was for your lungs.
Flus.
Not for your hurt wrist.
Cough. Now, wrist, I don't know.
Okay.
Wrist, Pops would just be like, hey, handle that. You be all right. It'll heal. It'll heal.
Here's one other question I have.
Okay.
What's the greatest ailment you've bounced back from because of tallow?
Because of tallow? I used to get like bronchitis, like,
Damn,
like
that's
coughing a lot, you
real
know what I
one.
mean, and stuff like that. Nose stopped up, all those different things. And then you put this on, just rub it on, go to bed. You're going to cough, cough up. Another thing that we would add to the tallow is a clove of garlic. So you would get that too.
For vampires.
Not like we were vampires or anything.
Okay.
But you would just
repellent against vampires.
Yeah, so now our breath would be stinking and we smell like meat.
Yeah.
But I tell you in the morning, you're a new person.
So you
know
eat some garlic, you rub some tallow.
and we eat it like this.
Yeah.
Like just a clove.
Yeah, a clove. And all of that, like, saliva, mucus that's in there, it's coming out.
Okay.
So you in the bathroom, all that's coming out. And then now this, like, glorious meat lotion that you, I don't know if we should say that, but that sounds very
please.
bad.
No,
Let's not say meat lotion.
I think that's the new name of this
We
episode.
can't say meat lotion. Meat lotion shirts are coming. Okay, so meat lotion hoodies,
Brother, if you can beat us to the market, good luck. This is proprietary. I believe you'll find in the contract, meat lotion belongs to my mama told me.
Hey, look, and you were good.
You
were good.
Okay, so one final question I have for you.
Let's get it.
How long do you still continue this? Do you have it at your house now?
Great question.
I have done, but see, because I eat differently now. So, like, a lot of fat content. We
There's
don't
not a lot
really
of meat
do.
at the house.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, we have meat there, but it's not like
lean cuts?
The fat that you would get from, like, pork and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
This isn't soul food fat.
It's
not like chicken breast isn't going to do it.
Yeah, but it is effective. It does work.
Okay.
It does work.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Stand behind it.
When they come over and they're at the house, because, the grandparents come over, there's some tallow that's ready to go.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's in a grocery bag. You know what I mean? Just so you can get another glob.
Okay.
If you're in the bedroom and you sleep, get another.
So
my mom keeps
not
grease in a can.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, we
or like
do
a Crisco can.
We do grease in like an empty can and then you throw it out. We ain't reapplying it ever. Sometimes you reuse it, but you're not putting it back on the body in my home at least.
No.
Mm-hmm.
But so you're saying you stand behind it even as you are not necessarily accessing it the way that you would like. You would still use it theoretically.
It's a good remedy. Household.
I love a home remedy.
Home remedy. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's for everybody.
Yeah.
But it definitely worked in my family. You know what I mean? It definitely worked. I mean, you smell like a nice kitchen dinner.
Was there ever any side effects? Do you ever wake up and you're like, damn, I got tallow pimples or something?
What did used to happen? Because,
there had to be some
pajamas and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like when you wake up, it was like
pajamas.
stuck.
It's probably
stuck to your skin.
That point.
Yeah.
So that would happen if you did have like some type of fever, like it was a hot night. You're hot. So,
so you're truly cooking. You're actually baking.
You're cooking. You're sweating out all of that mucus and nastiness that's inside of you.
Real good.
And the grease is helping that. And
now the dog's in the laundry.
Man.
Yeah. Don't have your cats and stuff around.
Okay.
And animals because they might lick on you or whatever.
Licking their lips.
Yeah.
You're going to look like a big turkey like in the cartoons.
You smell like a big turkey.
I had a cat named Smokey that used to jump in my room all the time. Just like, so maybe that's why Smokey was, I don't know. Maybe that's
Smokey was wild. You were sick. It was food time.
It's food time. Any day now. Old Kel ain't going to make it this week. All right, we should take a break and then we'll be back with more.
Some talent.
Yeah, go get some talent.
Yeah,
we'll be back with more Kel Mitchell, more My Mama Told Me.
We are back.
are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Just a little bit of me being me. You know?
Okay.
This is my canvas. These are my paintbrushes.
Yeah.
Got a lot of sound effects. And
My boy is an
That's
artist.
awesome.
Yeah, I can't draw though.
Come on, man.
We're still here with Kel Mitchell. We're still talking about tallow grease
Yes.
as a home remedy, a cure-all for the ails that I guess hurt you, the things that are fucking you up. My question for you,
Come on,
is this something you plan to transfer forward to your children?
Ooh, that's a good question.
you know. Okay, so yeah, definitely eat different. But if there's a situation where it's like, you know, someone has a cold and we don't have the right, you know, medicine that we use already, just know, like MacGyver, you can go, hey, get that tallow.
We can get this popping.
You know what I'm saying? We got something.
We're
you know
on
what I
a
mean?
dime a tab.
And we're the type of family, like we have a lot of good health initiatives, so we're always looking for other ways that are that you could do just healthy.
Yeah.
Not like medicine, pills, stuff like that, you know, healthier ways of, you know, getting your body right. So, you know, that's a good one. But it is grease. So that's how I don't know. You know, everybody.
Yeah. I like that this is where you broke. Because you were real confident before. You know what I mean? You was in full sales mode.
I was at full sales. And then I thought about it and was like, well, wait a
there's
minute.
no doubt in my mind, tallow is the future of home remedies. You're like, would you put it on your kids? Now listen, man.
Now listen, brother.
You start doing a calorie count. You were like, oh, this is nitrates.
Calories might be going in.
There's good fats and there's bad fats.
Into my babies. I don't know if I want all the calories going into my babies. They got to burn it off.
Yeah.
You got to burn off that tallow by morning.
It is the fascinating.
It's fascinating.
I guess at its root, what's fascinating about it is not so much that like, oh, tallow is real or it's fake, it works or it doesn't. I bet it very much represents a root of what is medicinal. Right, that like all over-the-counter medicines are based off of something that began as like a holistic sort of like grassroots version of medicine.
There you go.
And then you turn it into this other thing via.
Do you think that though? Sometimes it feels like pharmaceuticals were like. I don't feel like they are all based in home remedy.
I think
in the way that like acetaminophen or ibuprofen or even like a NyQuil or something like that.
I think it's inspired by a real thing that probably once existed, and then they spun it off and figured.
I mean, I guess it's like developed over time.
You figure out you can make that cheaper with chemicals, and so you just eliminate the plant.
See,
but at some
or
point,
more
a plant inspired it. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
See,
because I'm hearing you. I will still take NyQuil.
Yeah.
Just like you know, you get a little buzz. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
NyQuil right before bed. After a little White Lotus.
You need a little garlic. Get a little garlic in you.
Yeah, come on.
That's what you need, man.
You need to chop
garlic. Right there. Trust me. Your next like wild night, you're going to be like, Kel said, eat some garlic.
Yeah.
I know garlic is
Kel
good.
also said he won't make his kids eat garlic, but the brother told me to eat garlic.
No, don't do I let them eat the garlic.
Raw garlic is it's antifungal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a very strong antifungal. So if you get athlete's foot or something like that, you eat garlic pills.
Get it out.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Now,
your breath gonna smell, but you're gonna be great.
Here's something that I did not realize as it relates to tallow grease that I'm curious to hear your thoughts on. Tallow grease is now being sold like as a fancy thing.
See, if you're listening on the podcast, it's not that the video, you see my hands are going up in victory.
Yep.
Because this is real.
It's being sold as sort of like a you know, in some cases $50 jug of fat that you cook with, I suppose. This is what the pictures imply. But some of them also make it look like they're keeping them in almost like lotion jars.
Yeah.
Like the little mason type
like
situation.
With the pump?
No, more like the masony ones with the buckle on the end.
I thought you meant like a
metal.
Palmer's.
Yeah.
Like a Palmer's grease.
No. Yeah, Jergens.
I don't think it would squeeze out.
It's too thick.
It's just a bone stuck in there.
Got the burnt crispy bits in it.
Oh man, burnt ends flavor. I want to smell like that.
Who's it being marketed towards?
Just based off of the look, the general vibe of it, it very much feels like white people.
Ain't that how it goes?
This feels very. This is like
crazy.
This
Race
feels
music versus country music.
like, you know, the type of people who kind of like imagine they still like the new version of Little House on the Prairie, like that type of energy.
Oh,
Where they're like, it's the Cracker Barrel. It's sort of like a down home-ish vibe.
That's the kind of rich I want to get to. It seems like there's a level of rich where you start to regress, and then you're like, no, I don't need medicine. I just need natural stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good rich. That's a good level to be at.
It is a very nice level of rich, and it seems to be what they're offering these rich people.
It's like past to eating at Whole Foods.
100%.
Like it's like Erewhon.
This one is Wagyu beef tallow.
Wagyu beef tallow.
And let me tell you the truth.
See?
I'm going to say it on camera. I don't even know what that means.
Wagyu?
Truly, what is it? What does it
Gotta
mean?
get some Wagyu beef, man.
I've had it.
Okay,
I've ordered
yeah.
it. I've had A5.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's beef.
Well, no, what does that mean? No, you guys are laughing at me. Tell me what it means.
My understanding.
Tell me how you categorize it as Wagyu.
I'll tell you what I've been told, and then I'll tell you what I believe.
Okay.
What I've been told is that Wagyu is a specific cattle from Japan,
right?
That they feed a very specific clean diet, and thus makes the cattle just taste better and the meat like sturdier. It just improves the quality of the meat.
It's grass fed, right?
Based off of but it's not just grass fed. It's like a very specific diet relating to grass and timing and shit. It really is like an investment in the cows, and that's why it's so expensive.
I've seen the profile of the steaks, right? They're like marbled a certain way. They look like very dotted with it. I understand what it looks like. What I don't believe is the preparation that they're giving all these cattle for me then to go to Costco right next to the chicken bites and get Wagyu meatballs.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
No, I believe very much. I told you. I tell you what they tell me, and I'll tell you what I believe. I believe that's the exact same meat we eat in every other circumstance.
Whoa.
And I think that they just tell you that it's Wagyu because the brand makes it make sense.
I think so too. Yeah. It's like Kobe beef, same thing. Because when I've definitely had Wagyu where I'm like, oh, I can tell this meat feels richer and whatever else.
Yeah.
And like, because it's so rich, you can't eat a lot of it or whatever else.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in that. That's probably good tallow though, is Wagyu tallow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like what are they charging for a jar?
That's top tier.
It's $29.99. The most expensive I'm seeing is grass-fed, grass-finished tallow.
What does grass-finished mean?
I don't know.
It's
that's a new term.
It's clean.
Fully
that's what it sounds like.
Tallow.
Like you really want me to pay more for it to eat
medicinal,
grass?
like it helps.
Let's see what it says. Beef tallow, just more flavorful. And better a better option for high heat cooking.
Better write down
frying.
Rub it on yourself.
Yeah, also frying is what they mean.
And they said it boosts your immune health.
Come on.
With
my mama. Shout out to Rita Mitchell.
She had it right.
Unprocessed beef tallow in your diet. Now this is where it gets nasty for me.
Okay.
Because this is specifically being marketed at white people, it does feel like this sort of manipulation of what actually is healing in a way where, like, for years they were telling us that, like, these down home remedies, they don't work on your body. That ain't real. You got to grow up. You got to trust science, whatever. And you introduce Dimetap, Robitussin, all these other things that may, in fact, that makes me question at least, are they legitimately good for me if you've been trying to convince me that these other things were bad for me? You know what I mean? Like they made you second guess tallow and you grew up with the shit.
I grew up with it.
Damn.
But I still use other good remedies.
No, but that's what I mean.
But I got you.
Right. Like you have a medicine
but I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying though. But I do other remedies outside of the medicine cabinets too. Because what you're saying, like some medicines are just, messing you up. So,
right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So you got to do your research. A lot of it we can do through eating the right stuff.
Right.
And cooking the right stuff. You know what I mean?
I will say I'm back in on medicine.
Yeah.
You're back in on medicine, man.
Yeah, I was out for a long time. I think mostly because I was just very poor. And lately I am back in on medicine.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to not, if you don't have health insurance to dictate you finding the correct medicine, it's very easy for you to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Some of that shit is amazing, though. They're doing crazy shit.
100%. But this is where it gets interesting for me as it relates to that, right? I also see here them talking about like, at one point, I guess beef tallow was banned.
Oh.
It wasn't allowed to be, I guess, used or sold as it's being sold now. And the reason was because of growing concerns about its high saturated fat content and potential health risks. Meaning that at one point they told us that this was poison, that this was bad for us to consume, to put on our bodies, whatever it is. And at some point it became profitable in a way that then makes them go, actually, never mind, it's not.
I mean, is that like, when was it banned? Was that like the 90s fat-free curries when they started over-processing everything?
Yeah, I think specifically it looks like McDonald's, along with other fast food chains like Burger King and Wendy's, switched from beef tallow to vegetable oils in the 90s.
Right.
So this was them responding to sort of this vision of, in the 80s, Department of Agriculture issued guidelines recommending reduced fat intake, especially saturated fat, which contributes to decline in beef tallow use.
That's deep.
Damn.
That's deep.
I'm still in on tallow.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you look at the ingredients of fast food now, it's kind of, you can't pronounce half the stuff.
It's terrible.
It's not food. It's not food. It's like,
you know what I'm saying?
It feels like it's like, what's that Charlton Heston movie? It's like Soylent Green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like,
yeah.
it's less beef than it is like whatever synthetic proteins.
And I think that's where the FDA is able to get away with some of the stuff that they do, is like they replace beef tallow because it's expensive and they can prove that that isn't good for you, right? Like consuming that much fat, to your point, is not actually healthy for you. So they can say this is bad for you, but then the replacement that keeps it tasting the same and keeps their money not changing, not getting more complicated, is a completely made up chemical that covers all those bases. It's still bad for you, but it's made up so you can't prove it's bad for you the same way that we know for a fact beef tallow is.
This is deep. Maybe a tallow movie.
Man.
And then like play a rap song real slow. Just like Jordan Peele.
It should be like science fiction, like a parable of the tallow, like an Octavia Butler book.
It's just some dudes in the kitchen cooking up some grease.
It's dark in Costco. The cart squeaking.
Don't say tallow 5 times in the grease now. Tallow Man gonna come.
Sticky pajamas.
Tallow Man!
I ain't scared of Tallow Man.
Man, Jordan Peele, if you're watching.
Yeah, that's
Come
it right
on.
there.
That's the new one.
Yeah.
That's the new one.
Come on.
Call Kiki Palmer.
Meat lotion.
That's a different type of film. Still, we're open.
Listen, there are spinoffs available. We should take maybe one more break.
Yeah, let's take one more.
Let's take one more break, and then we'll come back with more Kel Mitchell, more My Mama Told Me.
What is happening?
From the back, I understand that that's confusing.
Yep,
Yes,
for sure.
That's Yaqub,
Okay.
the scientist that made white people. And then I believe we have a Shamar
In
Morkin.
Nation of Islam lore, they believe that an ancient big-headed scientist named Yaqub crossbred 50,000 black people on an island until he invented white people.
Wow.
6,000 years ago.
I probably could have gone deeper than that. Huh?
Yeah, you really left it.
Shamar's up there.
Patron saint.
Shamar right there.
Patron saint of the podcast. He's done a lot worse. With or without braids.
We had a battle. This is very random, but he plays cornhole. So I don't know if you.
I did know that. I knew that because of you.
And
I knew that because of you.
I was, I play a little cornhole, but we did a full out like battle, like cornhole championship.
How'd it go?
Battle that was on ESPN. It's a real.
Is that when you had
it's
the
a
pink
real
shirt
thing.
on?
It's a real thing, and it's like, and it was all his celebs battling one another. I almost won, and it got crazy.
I hear he's good, man.
Nice.
Yeah,
he's nice.
Is he like hole-in-ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's nice with it.
Because that's
He's
how
nice.
you got to do it, right? Is like you got to be able to slide it in every time. Cornhole is fun, though.
Cornhole's great, man.
That's a good outside.
I was playing at the beach the other day, and I was like,
beach cornhole.
It was lit, man.
Come on, man.
Man, I like that.
Yeah, it was fun.
I usually just bring like a football to the beach. Or you know what I like at the beach is a Frisbee.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa, I don't like that.
No, it's just surprising. It's
I like a Frisbee.
I'm not mad at you.
I'm still from Colorado.
Yeah,
Oh,
I get that.
Yeah, it's like
that's
Frisbee.
big
It's
Frisbee.
Frisbee country.
Big Frisbee country.
Big Frisbee country. That's like, you want to talk about our leading lobbyists, it's Big Frisbee. They got their hand in everybody's pocket in the whole Front Range.
That doesn't upset me. I just was surprised.
No, yeah, I like a Frisbee.
Because
when you throw a Frisbee true, it like, it feels as good as like throwing a tight spiral.
His source.
Or like shooting a great shot. Like it's just that feeling of like when it leaves your hands, you're like, damn, that's good.
I know that feeling.
You know what I'm talking
recently
about?
I showed my youngest daughter how to throw a Frisbee.
Yeah.
And it kept like, going to the ground like that. And then right when it hit that air though, just the little, like how both of us was like, there it is. It's soaring, baby.
Yeah,
Look at it. It's a beautiful moment.
Where it feels like it's never going to come down.
It is though, yeah. You just catch it.
That's how I know
Yeah.
the people who deny science aren't fun.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like the Frisbee is just science.
Yeah,
It's just
it is,
like
yes.
cool science where
That's
you go
true.
like you get to fling a thing in the air and it flies and you ain't even throw it hard enough for it to do all the stuff it does.
Yeah.
And you should be grateful for that.
You should.
I am grateful.
There's
that's
like
true.
you know what I mean?
No,
It's like,
man.
no, that's awesome. I know it's complicated. I know all of science ain't real, but come on, don't deny the whole thing.
I don't deny science. I have been thinking lately, and this sounds fucked up. I have been thinking lately, I think as far as science as it pertains to humanity, we know too much. I think we got to back off a little bit. Like I was watching a video because I've been trying to clean up my algorithm. I'd like to be a better man.
Okay.
I was watching a little video of a little boy skateboarding with his father.
Nice.
Okay.
And he's skateboarding with his father, and he's like, I love you, Daddy. I love shredding with you, Daddy. And they're both skateboarding. He's like, I love shredding with you, Daddy. And the dad's like, I love shredding with you, son. And it's this beautiful moment. And then one of the comments, this woman was like, that little boy is so happy because the dopamine and the serotonin hit him, and he decided to say that. And it's like, what? Stop being a psycho.
No,
let this little boy shred with his dad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let him shred with his dad. What the fuck are we talking? Who gives it? Who cares?
There's you don't have to explain it.
You don't have to. Oh, you don't have to break it down because then life, and that's my issue with science.
All right.
It's not for everybody to have all the time.
Yeah.
It's like we need people focusing on science. Everybody doesn't have to have a reason that everything does everything.
But I would argue that's also maybe the issue of too much access to each other. Because that person would have never been able to say that to you.
That's true.
50 years ago.
And she didn't say it to me.
Right. But she presented it to the world in a way where that dad may eventually see that like this person is undermining his relationship with his son via like the chemicals that fire in your brain.
But I don't even think she meant to do it as undermining. I think she just was like truly trying to be nice and good. But it's just like, it don't gotta be
just enjoy the moment.
All this stuff is so complicated anyways. It's complicated to fall in love. It's complicated to be a good father. It's complicated to be all these things. That when you put all these other things on top of it, now it becomes this feat that looks impossible, and you get a younger generation of people who aren't trying to have families or nothing because it seems so, there's so many reasons for it to go wrong because, the science of trauma and all these things. You know what I mean?
You detach from the very essence of what it means to be a human because you've overthought the entire...
And you know so much you get paralysis of analysis, then you don't do nothing because why not be apathetic towards the world? Why not be a nihilist if you know what's going on?
Ignore the negative comments.
Yeah, man.
Just ignore it.
We're talking to you. My mama told me Instagram.
Yeah. You guys are talking real mean to us. You gotta clean it up.
You know what? I don't even care if it was AJ's locks. How about that?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. we got into some trouble because I'll take ownership.
Oh,
of
106 and Park.
No,
Is that what we're talking about? Okay.
You don't have to do that. I was going to
you said
with you.
AJ.
I repeated a claim that turns out was not fully true.
Okay.
That AJ's locks were a wig the entire time.
Wow.
I was tricked on the internet. I was led to believe that was a true thing, and it turns out it is not true.
It can't be.
He was not wearing a wig the entire time.
Okay.
That said, the way that people are speaking to us about this issue makes me want to double down more than I've ever wanted to double down on anything. Now, everywhere I go, I'm going to repeat this conspiracy theory because I want the violence to somehow end up back in their lap.
Now, here's the thing. I saw this clip.
Yeah.
Because I worked with AJ. Okay. We did a pilot together that never came out, but it was great. It was great. And he was like, the leading guy in and everything. It was cool. But, and it had me second guessing. I'm like, well, now wait a minute. What?
You spent time with this man.
I was like, but that's his hair. That's his hair. But when I saw that, I was like, no way.
Yeah.
And that's all we wanted.
That is crazy.
That's all we wanted.
That would be crazy.
I think we just wanted to get to the joke on the other half of
That's
it.
it.
And they are
Brother,
so mad.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought 105th and Park was some of my best work on here.
And they really laughed.
Yeah.
I really laughed hard.
No, they don't. You know what?
That's not right.
You know what black people love saying on the internet? Loud and wrong.
Ooh, oh yeah, loud and wrong is so funny. I love that comment.
Loud and wrong on a podcast.
Yeah.
You just loud and wrong.
They need to take the mics away. Whoa, this is why nobody needs a podcast.
It's like, come on, man. We was having fun.
I can't laugh with my friend. I can't laugh with my friend.
Silly dog. You tripping.
Yeah, man. Because we're also not one of those podcasts who's like, grind time, 10 ways to make $1 billion.
No.
We're just having fun, man.
Hey, listen, if nothing else, when you deal with us, we're wrong, but we're also keeping you broke.
Yep.
So
I will never tell you how to make any money over here.
In fact, we are helping you in quite the opposite direction.
And quite frankly, I don't know how I did it. And I don't have a lot. I'm lucky I got what I got.
You think we'd be doing this if we knew how to make money?
Come on.
No.
I'd be making a coin. Yakub coin.
Which apparently already exists.
Oh, damn, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look around and find something else. No, just go, man.
Leave that alone.
Boy.
Don't go up there. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Kel Mitchell's here. We're still talking about the possibility that tallow grease is the remedy. But more importantly, right now, we'd love to do a voicemail. I think one voicemail
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Would be great. Again, we told you, Kel, over break, we do not listen to these voicemails ahead of time. So we have no idea what this person is going to say.
You don't know.
This is what they want to say to us.
Wow.
This one is themed around black aunties. I can tell you that.
Okay.
Okay. And the rest of it, they'll explain to you themselves.
Okay. So, the voicemail. No wonder why people coming on here calling y'all little freakies. Like, what? Anyways.
Pause.
Yeah.
They've taken to calling us little freakies.
They call
we don't
you guys
love
little
it.
freakies? Okay.
Yeah, no, neither of us are pumped about it, but apparently when we left the voice or made the voicemail message, and I don't recall what it sounds like.
I remember thinking it was funny.
Yeah, and apparently we're being erotic.
Oh, that's what they say.
That's what they keep implying that we're being erotic in the message. I have no memory of that. You have no memory of that.
Wow.
But the implication
and
is
I'm not
that
going to call to find out. Just kind of got to leave it dead.
Apparently,
what's the message? What did y'all say?
I don't know.
Yeah. I thought we just said
you
call
could dial
the number.
1-900-LIL-MOMS and find out.
That's not even the number.
1-800-LIL-MOMS.
That's not it either.
Well, nigga, help me out, Langston.
844-LIL-MOMS. My God. Do you even work here?
It's a freak show.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway, little freakies is what they call us, and it's a real problem.
Can't use the freak word.
Nope.
I'm so thrown by that. My conspiracy is that these Facebook aunties and Instagram aunties that just have all of this wrong ass information, it's out to tear the black community apart. Because why did I get into it with my own mother about 17 people going missing after going on to an Indeed job interview, And it's like 16-year-olds. Mom, no 16-year-old is going on Indeed looking for a job.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. Mm-hmm. There's more to this, but maybe we should reflect.
I think you're mad that old people are bad at the internet, and for that, I also am upset about that.
Yeah,
people are bad.
They are. They get tricked, and I get tricked a lot because I'm older,
dude.
But it's like the older you get, the decades that go up, it's exponentially.
Yeah.
By the time you're 70 years old, they're so scared of what's going on in the world because they're like, I heard 16-year-olds are going on Indeed meetups or whatever, and they're trying to talk to their friends on LinkedIn.
No, they had a job interview and they all got kidnapped but 16-year-olds is the claim, 17 of them all at once. Man. And she's repeating this and she's arguing with her mother about it.
That would be annoying to talk. That would be an irritating conversation to have with.
100%.
Like I've had conversations with my mom where I'm like, "Mommy, that's not real."
I've never told this before. The last real job I had, I was teaching. I was doing after school programming at a place in Red Hook in New York, where like the whole staff's job was to like work with kids of that community that would come in after school program and hang out there. And then, we were servicing the community, right? Okay. And there was this lady whose name I won't use, but this lady who was like an older lady at the job and was like kind of the old auntie ass lady that worked there. And one day she got a phone call.
Sounds like a Brenda.
Yeah. You close. You getting there. You ain't that far. She gets a phone call that is 100% a spam call.
See?
I can hear it in the way that she's talking to them, that she is on a spam call in the office, fully getting tricked. Yeah. You understand? Like actively getting tricked. And it was so exhausting in my mind to imagine the conversation I would have had to have to get her off that call that I just let it ride.
No.
Yo.
I was just like,
no, don't let it ride.
You got to figure this out.
Don't let it ride.
I was like, I can't.
Yeah,
it's just going to be so hard to get her off this phone.
What was the nature of the scam?
Yeah.
It was back when they did the IRS joint.
Oh,
that's not as common anymore, but there was like an era where that IRS one was doing numbers. This was like 20, probably like 15. The IRS phone call where they're like, hey, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
You didn't pay your taxes type joint. That was killing people.
Like, let me give you your address and your name. And
she was running it down.
Oh, Miss
she was yelling at them. This could not
Miss
be.
Brenda, no.
You could not be talking about me because I did this and this and this, and I could send you the forms right now, like fully, like in it. And I was like, I can't even help you, baby.
Those links, you got to tell the elders. Don't click on every link. With the text messages, they're doing it all the time.
And now AI got. I see some shit in my shit where I'm like, is that AI? So it's like it's got other people fucked up worse.
Yeah.
So to all that, I agree with her.
No, it's terrifying. Let's knock this thing out.
No news source, no reputable links, nobody reporting this. But because she saw a video on Instagram, now she's texting me like, "Oh, be cautious, be careful." And I have to tell her like, "This is not real. This is fake. These people are playing with y'all. You have to do your research. You cannot see something on Instagram and just be like, "Oh yeah, this is the case." It's tearing families apart because now my mama mad at me because I told her she's wrong.
Pause.
She's wrong.
Pause.
Mama. Yeah, I got you.
I think your mama's mad because you don't have a job. I think she just wants you to go on some interviews.
She's like, look, I'll make something up. Whatever's going to get you out of the house, please. Lord, she's still here. You know they're kidnapping boys. You know they're getting boys. Go on. Get out of here. Please.
But I mean, I'm with her. I am with her.
She's not wrong. It's unfortunate that the aunties are getting tricked and subsequently they're tricking us, I think.
They did a whole movie on it, the Beekeeper. You remember that? Oh,
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, you didn't watch that?
With Jason Statham?
Just Jason Statham. Yeah, I almost messed his name up.
Yeah, he gonna punch you in the head.
I wasn't gonna try it.
I partied with him one time. He's really cool dude. I did.
That's so cool.
That was super cool. Yeah, we were at the same club, and it was just like, dun, dun, and they was like, it's Jason over there. And then my table with his table, and then it was everybody was hanging out. It was cool. It was cool to hang. You know, like, he was cool. I dapped him up. What's up, man?
I never imagined that man dancing.
Oh yeah, yeah, you did.
Wow.
Yeah, you know I dance.
I don't imagine British people dancing ever. Actually, to be honest,
that's true.
In my head, I never think about them. I know.
It's a certain type of British people I don't think dance.
Yeah. I really don't think about like the
yeah.
Like those ones, I don't I think the black ones dancing because they have Caribbean influence. I don't think of like housing council because you don't see them dance, right?
I think there's a type of British that I think does that.
But that's not not
the ones you're talking about.
No, and even that one is just like rhythm, and they're doing like the same thing over and over again. But I just don't think about British people dancing.
No, I don't think it's like a rich history.
Here come the emails. They come.
Yeah, our 6 British fans are really gonna eat us alive.
Do you guys think about
Felicia Rashad was an auntie in that movie. She was the auntie that got. Got duped.
Wow.
And then the beekeeper had to settle the score.
Yeah. It's a wild movie.
I could have wrote it. I get it.
That was a good movie.
You could have wrote it.
Yeah.
David's aspiring to be able to write a hugely successful white film.
But they don't know that I wrote it.
Okay, so you're going to go like under a different name and all the stuff like that.
It really hasn't fleshed out because we just talked about it 20 minutes ago. But
yeah.
Okay.
I think he's still figuring out the logistics, but his hope is that by sheer force of will, he can create his own version of Yellowstone where it is never clear to them that a black man wrote that piece.
Which to me, as an artist, is maybe the greatest satirical work I could ever be involved in. / get rich on.
Come on. Now, do you do, after you win all your awards, and it's profitable and it's an amazing movie, then you will come out, hey!
Yeah. Because here's the thing.
I hope you do it just like that.
Hey! Well, y'all didn't know. Guess what?
Because here's the thing about me. It's a low bar to make me go away forever. It's really like a whatever, man.
Man.
Dude, this shit treacherous anyways, man. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean?
Give me $1,500. I'll be out your way.
Yeah. Give me some money I don't have to pay taxes on. And I get out of here, man. I'll get out of your hair. You ain't got to worry about David no more.
That sounds like a good movie just following you do that.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
Yeah. That 20 years from now they make.
Oh, it could be like Boyhood, where we track you from now all the way until the time that you finally complete the piece.
Yeah.
And life has changed, you have changed, but ultimately the piece is complete and you're ready to present it to the world.
I like that. Yeah.
Wow. Should we finish this voicemail?
Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, she talking.
We got to do better in our communities. Help our aunties. Tell them what they see on Facebook. They have to double, triple check, or if we just gonna be out here lost.
That's it. We will be out here lost,
man.
She ended on a good out here lost. Come on, y'all.
I thought you said raw, which would have been a beautiful
out here
full circle to the tallow grease.
I appreciate her because she really meant that. I like it when it's like that came from a really good
place. She cares about her family.
She wants her mom to do better. She wants her aunties, both literal and sort of logically, the spiritual aunties to do better.
That being said, it's not going to work at all.
They like Facebook.
Yeah, I think it's like, Facebook. I really am with my man Langston Kerman. Maybe we cap that voting age.
Yep.
It's like, you just can't contribute no more.
I keep arguing it. Nobody's ready to take it seriously. Kel, I imagine you're going to push back against this, and that's your right if you feel so. But I really think we got to cut off the voting age. I think we're letting people vote way past their prime, way past even their ability to make reasonable choices. And I'm willing to debate what it should be. But for me, 55.
Yo,
I think that's a little low. I do think he's low.
That's low.
I think 65. Or what's retirement? 62?
I think this retirement age keeps changing.
That's true. They keep moving the goalpost.
Now, a lot of people aren't being promised retirement until 70. That's a very different goalpost. And I think some of the reason that is happening is because we're allowing older people to make choices for younger people.
It's also younger people not voting.
Maybe they're not voting because they're feeling like that vote doesn't count against this massive machine that's built itself to benefit mostly the olds.
I think so, but I think there is a level of like young people got to come out and vote.
I can't change that. Diddy tried. Vote or die, he said. It didn't work.
Can you believe that guy couldn't get people to vote?
He screamed it. He ran a marathon.
Yeah, he had all those t-shirts, all those baseball t-shirts.
Had a mohawk at one point.
Man, did you ever think about getting in there?
The mohawk.
The mohawk?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
sir.
it's not for me.
Doing a mohawk?
Yeah, it's not, or the faux hawk.
I did
It would be like lined
You had
up.
a faux
I had
hawk
a
for
faux
You got
sure.
the head for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My head exposes my weaknesses.
No, you could do a fro hawk.
I don't think it
Bro,
would
like
be.
look at the turn
would look-
sideways. Mr. T's right next to you with a mohawk. Look at that. Y'all got the same head.
No, man.
It could work.
I think that if I had,
It can work.
I think if I had a fro hawk, I look like I make beats for aspiring teen rappers.
It's a vibe.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a vibe.
I look like I don't think it's like I don't think it vibes with what I got.
Just
I
the
will
way
say-
you cut the beard, you can do it, man.
No, I will say, and to your
See?
credit, I do think you could pull it off much in the way that Mr. T can.
Yeah.
I will also say that I will stop doing this podcast that day.
If I just come in and say nothing,
You got to do it now. Now you got to do it.
I'm happy for you. I'm done doing business with you. We both get out clean, as it were, but no, we can't continue forward if that's the hair.
no,
you've
we're not a
chosen.
very adventurous hairstyle podcast.
No,
I don't think that's what we
I do most of the adventuring, and I always bail on it.
I
after
feel
a
like your
while.
adventuring is really just making it long.
Yeah.
I honestly think between the two of us, your nose ring is the most adventurous thing we have going on physically.
Yep.
Nose ring.
Yeah.
That's really
And
as
I got
far
a
as it's
teeny
gone.
tiny one.
Yeah.
Almost.
I didn't even know. When he said it, I was looking at you. I'm
Yeah.
like, where
almost
is
don't
this?
notice it.
Thought that was a
Yeah.
little speck of lint. That's all I do. Y'all
Me
could
too.
try it now. You know, now they have the, you know what I'm saying? You need a little fake mohawk. You just try it out.
You can get the
Walk in here,
the man piece.
the
and-
man piece. They
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a system at this point.
You got a barber you trust.
I've been
and love.
kind of having this haircut beard combination for damn near 20 years.
Yeah.
Mm.
Olivia, it looks like that's a wrap.
Y'all
so I
got
don't
people
know.
behind the walls here. What is going
Oh, we got to go.
Oh, I didn't see the W.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Rap something.
Yeah.
Dude.
Kel, this has been amazing.
Man, it's fun.
Yeah, thank you
Could
for
you tell
doing
the
it.
people where they can find you, what cool stuff you got going on?
Man, a lot of cool things. At I am Kel Mitchell on Instagram, kelmitchell.com. You know, you can follow me. Yeah, man. I got some really fun stuff coming out this year that I'm super excited about. I got some thrillers that I'm in. That I'm the lead role in. And I'm just excited, man. Some a lot of good stuff. You can get my books. I'm also an author as well.
Whoa, let's go.
Blessed Mode,
go.
Prank Day, everywhere books are sold, you can get those. Prank Day is the children's book, and then Blessed Mode is the devotional book. I do music, you know, all these different things, man. You know, actor, producer, writer, youth pastor, all those things.
Man, beautiful.
Everything, man.
Beautiful.
Tallow extraordinaire.
Go
Beautiful.
ahead.
He's like,
Go ahead. Go follow Kel. Go get
follow me
all
out,
the
man.
stuff and not that meat lotion t-shirt because you get that over here. Well, my mama told me.
Man, Mama love you too, man. Because the South Side, when you done,
Oh,
I don't know if you can
yeah,
mention
yeah.
your older podcast, but
Yeah.
that podcast,
That's
they love that, man.
the
Yeah.
the short-lived follow-up show we had for Southside.
Yeah.
You were so generous to come hang out with us.
Yeah, Jerry, the whole Jerry debacle that we had about my dad battling with our neighbor.
That's right. I forgot.
You went off on Jerry.
Jerry.
Now it's become a thing in the neighborhood. It's very funny.
I love that.
Man, that's exciting. I missed the whole thing.
I forgot
Gotta
about.
go back and watch it.
I forgot about my boy Jerry.
Add it to this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Put it at the end.
Yeah, we tack it on. Bori, what you got?
I do one thing, stand-up comedy, Littlefield, Brooklyn, New York, June 15th. Be there. Oh, also by my special, Birth of a Nation, patreon.com/David Bori. There's a ton of free videos and stuff like that. And, like, subscribe, call the correct number to talk to us.
Yeah. Call that number.
844.
There you go.
Lil Mom.
Lil Moms. You can call us there. You can email us at mymommatoldme@gmail.com. And you can follow me at Langston Kerman. You can watch my special. It's on Netflix. It's called Bad Poetry. And more importantly, you can subscribe. You can rate, review. You can follow the Instagram, the TikTok, the YouTube. You can buy the merch. And you can buy bitch.
We're not going to let Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cut America's meat.
That's dead on that. That's dead on that.
My Mama Told Me is a production of Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network and iHeart Podcasts.
Created and hosted by Langston Kerman.
Co-hosted by David Bori.
Executive produced by Will Ferrell, Hansani, and Olivia Aguilar.
Co-produced by Bay Wang.
Edited and engineered by Justin Connor.
Music by Nick Chambers.
Artwork by Dogon Krieger.
You can now watch episodes of My Mama Told Me on YouTube. Follow at My Mama Told Me and subscribe to our channel.